Let me ask you, are you currently working at McDonald's, Burger King, Planet Fitness, LA Fitness? All those minimum wage jobs? Society looks down upon all those industries. All the people that work in those industries, society shits on us. And I say us because I was there before. And some people are so ignorant that they don't even know that working in those jobs can actually be a blessing. Yeah, so people, I'd say, older people or even younger people, even people that are my age, they look down upon people who work in those jobs. Little do they know it is a blessing in disguise. At the end of the day, it's still a real job. They think that we are bums, that we are stupid. People come up with different things, right? Working these minimum wage jobs can actually be good for you. And here's why. I'm gonna speak from my own experience. These past jobs that I used to work back in the day actually has, brought me to where I am today, right? Which is in a better situation. Do I drive a sports car? Do I have a mansion? No. But there's growth. There's growth. Everybody starts at a different point in life. And for me, it's been great because I've grown. To me, that's all that really matters if I keep growing. Okay? So, working these jobs, they develop grit. Okay? And why so? I used to work at a gym and it was humiliating. I was like 17, 18. It was humiliating cleaning garbage. It was humiliating cleaning sweat off machines. It was humiliating going and cleaning those bathrooms. Okay? And I developed grit because I knew that if I didn't get my shit together, if I didn't go to school or develop a skill that's valuable enough, I was gonna be stuck here. And that's exactly what I didn't want. Okay? A lot of people tell you what to do, but it's different until you experience it. A lot of teachers, parents would tell me like, parents of my friends would tell me like, hey, look, if you don't get your shit together, you're gonna work in this minimum wage jobs. But it's different when someone tells you something until you experience it. So what did I do? I was 17 and I started working my first job at a gym. Okay, and I'm telling you, it was really bad. It was humiliating, and it didn't only stop there. I ended up working at a retail store, Indochino. I was doing suits, which was a much better upgrade anyway. But before that, I worked at like All Saints, and I worked as a cashier at a not even a bank. It was so bad. It was like currency exchange store. To not get off this topic too much, I'd say that these wagey jobs, what they develop is grit. Okay, if you're the right person, if you're smart enough to understand your circle, your situation, those experiences, those humiliating experiences, it's what's going to make you hungrier. So I would say these jobs, if you're a smart person, you're going to develop hunger out of it, right? Because you don't want to be here anymore. You don't want to stay there, okay? The reason why people look down on these jobs is because most people do stay on them, okay? Most people they get comfortable. And I don't want to speak for all because I know every person has a situation, right? Like some people, their parents passed away or their parents were really sick and they need some quick money to, pay bills, right? I am fortunate that I didn't have to go through a situation like that. So I'm going to speak for people like me that are young, that don't come from money, that are in school or have dreams, right? Etc. Because that's the type of people that are going to be able to relate to me. I think it's only bad. The only way I think it's bad is if, you're not going through any of those harsh situations. And if you're watching this and, you're working those jobs, but you have no aspirations, you have no plan, no goal, you're not trying to learn and improve something on a valuable skill day to day, then yes, I'm sorry, you're a bum and you deserve to stay there and you're not gonna leave ever, okay? So that's the only way that it can be bad. The important thing about wagey jobs and I think that everybody should take advantage of it, is the networking. Networking is all you can really do in these type of jobs, and let me tell you why. When I was working at Planet Fitness and All Saints, for example, girls would come in, and that's how I got laid. I'm gonna be honest. That's exactly how I got laid. More than I did in college and high school. Like, it was mainly from those jobs. Number two, the reason I have my job is because I met someone that I was making a suit for in Indochino, and they gave me an opportunity. They gave me an opportunity that school didn't give me. So yeah, these jobs, they're not bad. They can only be bad if you make it bad, okay? Life is either black or white. It's never gray. Something I learned from Diego Armando Maradona. So this job, you can either look at it as a bad situation or as a good situation. I chose to look at it as a good situation. I looked at, developing grit, developing, real world experience and skills, soft skills, and then I was able to network with people to bring me to where I am today. So if you're working at these jobs, don't feel ashamed. Keep doing what you're doing. If you have a goal and you're chasing that goal and you're just using that to leverage yourself, keep doing what you're doing.